Hey guys, MegaGamer64 here, and welcome to my new Let's Play of Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I saw this on the Xbox Live Marketplace and I had to get it. Now, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. All I know is that this is a horror game. But I have not seen any gameplay of it. So, I'm just kind of excited to play this now. Because it's a horror game and I don't do good with horror games, and I know one person specifically that likes to see me get scared, so let's just get into this. Please enter your name. Okay. As y'all know, my name is Noah. Okay. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to pay any attention she might draw herself. She might draw to herself. That's really weird spelling of that. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because we've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would have overslept and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better running off. I feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't, you don't know. That's me, Noah. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. Also, sorry guys that I'm having trouble reading. That's just how I am. And also because trying to get this thing to work has been a hassle, so like, pardon myself for not being able to read or speak in that manner, since I just stumbled on my words right there. Okay, but never mind, let's get back to the game. But you did wait up for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Noah, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, and I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Heck yeah! This is exactly me! I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Hey, I know how to socialize! I'm talking to you right now, which is actually a big step from my actual life. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Excuse me. Also, what is a NEET? It's in capital letters. I don't know what that means. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look for a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind. At least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for ounce of motivation. Excuse me for a second. Sorry about that. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs, because I have no choice. But to start with, the anime club. Hello! Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yay! There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she is so cunning as to have planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the door to the classroom. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. I'm gonna try to give the girls different voices, but I will guarantee I'm gonna forget the voices I'm doing because I'm not gonna talk like this right here for the girls, because that would just get really irritating and it would lose me a lot of man points. Not that I started with any. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to give specific voices with my own voice, but guaranteed I'm gonna forget them right away. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere! Ah, Noah, what a surprise! That is so weird that she can... That's so weird that it has my name right there. Welcome to the club! All words escape me in this situation. Because I'm surrounded by girls, is that why? Is it too much? This club is full of incredibly cute girls! Called it. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. All girls are over 18. Just saying that out loud. That was specified at the beginning of the game. So don't worry about this. Also, I meant to say that this game has some triggering things in it. Since it's a horror game, it's gonna have some triggering stuff in there. So if you suffer from anxiety or depression, don't watch this Let's Play. It specifically said if you have anxiety, or it specifically said in the beginning of the game, if you have anxiety or depression, don't play this game. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest of the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Okay, so she's mature and timid, so I'm gonna have to give like that kind of like soft speaking voice, like that shy, soft speaking voice. Got it! Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right! It's great to see you again, Noah. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we're in the same class last year. We were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Every single one of these girls, in my real life, all these girls would be out of my league. So having her smile at me is so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Noah. We made a room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner to the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, with little pieces of chocolate we're supposed to make the ears. We're used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. So Yuri grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full, and already has managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Oh my gosh, that is so me! Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice she's sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good! Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you. No, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and miss this conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down a teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gives us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not true. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know, I believe you. I'm good. I believe you. I need to read the name. I'm getting too into the character here. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least I enjoy tea. I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member or for any of the major clubs. You weren't a leader of the debate club last year, weren't you? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity of how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club. In the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new. Once again, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble reading. I can't read for a long period of time. Just trying to get this was very hard to set up, so my mind is kind of taken aback. Also, this is like, you know, professionally written out, and yeah, I can't read properly sometimes when it's professionally like this. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a... Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Still, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Noah, what kinds of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga. Manga, however you want to pronounce it. I utter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. What are you talking about? Manga is a perfect read. I'm a perfect reader, I guess. What are you talking about? That's all manga is just reading. You have to read out the onomatopoeias as well. You know, like the slash boom type of things. You have to read those out too. It's all reading. It's not just looking at black and white pictures. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the trim of her teacup with her fingers. With her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Doing this, I can't see. My microphone's in the way. The level of creativity and craftsmen behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yep, I have actually been there before. I have actually read a couple books that actually throw me for a loop. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, have you now? Have you now? Is it not just because you're in a horror video game? Ah, I read a horror book once. That is really grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been there. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Okay, hold on. I need to say it like this. Maybe this will actually help me see. Yeah, somewhat. It helps somewhat. Really? I wouldn't have expected... really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh? Why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over from me for a split second. Never mind. Well... That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes. You're poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles? Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! I say I try to do not a girl voice, and yeah, I'm doing it right now. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share? Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them? You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing, it takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing vulnerabilities and showing them the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your works, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit silent for a moment. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea for everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quite quizzically. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write poems of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Noah? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, Oh no! I lose my train of thought. Oh no! All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought. Noah. Oh no. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If I'm writing poems, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Celia wraps her arms around me, then jumping up and down. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super ticked. I can say that word in my real life. I don't know if I can say that on my YouTube channel. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Noah, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with a mediocre writing skills, with my reading and writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Noah, since we're already here, do you wanna walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. Sorry. I got my sip. Yeah. 2 liters. Don't judge me. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and make sure and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Whoa. Okay. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club members will like. Something good might happen to whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. So we get agonizing, secretive, chocolate, time, hope, strawberry, headphones, incapable, swimsuit, eternity. Incapable. Agonizing. I don't know. Chocolate. Passion, raindrops, scars, friends, waterfalls, fun, destiny, calm, whirlwind, tragedy. Fun. Sparkle, marshmallows, depression, crimson, alone, amazing, tears, extreme, suicide? Hop. Marshmallow. So, are these girls down here, are they jumping because I'm picking the stuff that they like? Sunny, Doki Doki, Broken, Sadness, Mouse, Hurt, Bliss, Fickle, Feather, Cry, Doki Doki. Heaven Sent, Pure, Promise, Rain Cloud, Awesome, Romance, Skipping, Grief, Sunset, Treasure. Heaven Sent. Bubbles, Socks, Hopeless, Dazzle, Vivid, Milk, Insight, Explode, Kitty, Silly. Why? Kitty. Skirt, Variance, Joy, Boop, Pout, Holiday, Family, Poof. Poof! Nature, Extraordinary, let's do Cheer, Despise, Valentine, Contamination, Color, Ambient, Electricity, Termination, Twirl, Flying, Cheer, Playground, Bunny, Starscape, Sing, Vitality, Climax, Misery, Unrequited, Lollipop, Candy. I don't know, these are really weird things. What kind of a poem is this? Oh, Bunny. Yeah, I kinda knew that would get Natsuki. Firework. Infallible. Vertigo. Portrait. Vacation. Games. Philosophy. COVID. Dance. Rainbow. Games. Whistle. Question. Special. Prayer. Pleasure. Ribbon. Giggle. Embrace. Breathe. Sticky. Prayer. Massacre. Uncanny. Music. Bouncy. Kiss. Anime. Memories. Imagination. Whisper. Beauty. Anime. Yep, once again, I knew that would get Natsuki. I'm really not trying for any girl, basically. I'm just picking ones that I like. Blanket, ocean, intellectual, journey, horror, nibble, disaster, shiny, comfort, precious. Let's do horror. Because I want to at least try to get, like, a balance. I'm not getting a lot of, Yuri. Because I want to try, because I need to impress all the girls, it said. So, we know. You don't blame me. Sweet, laugh, existence, excitement, vibrant, bed. Entropy, peace, sensation, shame. Sweet. Okay. Spinning, disoriented, uncontrollable, loud, aura, heart, warm, pink, analysis, sugar. Heart. Fester, frightening, play, childhood, papa, inferno, infinite, adventure, fear, flower. Play. Pain, fantasy, tenacious, jumpy, party, jump, smile, empty, misfortune, fluffy, tenacious. Essence, puffy, essence, puppy, parfait, death. Cheeks, dark, forgive, landscape, vanilla, disown, puppy. Flee, wrath, wonderful, clouds, atone, kawaii. Captive, melancholy, universe, lipstick. Let's go with freaking kawaii, because why not? Because I am the most kawaii out of everyone. Disarray, daydream, engulf, effulgence, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Afterimage, nightgown, lust. Meager, shopping, graveyard, fireflies. I don't know, daydream? Really weird. I don't know. Hi again, Noah. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Noah. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a community for of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs last year. And last year too. This year and last year too. I don't know if you plan to join. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. I can't read. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. I agree with Natsuki on that one. Don't worry, guys. Noah always gives the best as long as he's having fun. And he also tries his best reading when this game is all reading, so once again, I greatly apologize for my lack of reading skills. This game is all reading and... oh boy. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Noah can become good friends too. Yeah, I'm really friendly. Almost everyone can become my friend if they get time. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to a weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's not. When it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First off, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some schedule activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. That pan wipe. Or that, I should do that pan wipe. Camera's backwards. Man, it really looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? How about the book? I guess I could always read some of the books Yuri gave me. Some of the book Yuri gave me. Yeah! But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I closed my eyes and ended up listening in Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone that what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? And if we came up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after all, and after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Aha, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Oh, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That would work out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. So am I haven't eaten all day. That's probably why I can't read perfectly, because I haven't eaten anything at all today. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like if the world, to see the world through her eyes. Wow! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. That looked cool. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does your school have a napping club? Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll have to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder if Monica overheard, to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than I look out for yourself. You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. It's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How's it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over here. I don't see where it looks the same. I run my fingertips down the side of her hair to straighten it out. This is really weird. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. It won't fall for that. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe the stain off my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Oh my gosh! That's super mean. Gosh, why am I being such a jerk? Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button up her blazer from the bottom. Whoa there, buddy. Don't be buttoning up her blazer like that, okay? That's not something that you do. You just don't button up a blazer. You let them do it themselves, okay? Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Whoa, that's something. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Why do you think? This game seems a little bit more mature than the other games that I play. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Okay, let's keep going. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now. So, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? Probably because, but it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So, if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like that, like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! No, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can really see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? The big question on everyone's mind, who should I read to first? Maybe I'll do Sayori since, thing. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Is this gonna turn into something more than just a good friendship? Oh my goodness! This is so good, Noah! Huh? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because you have no idea what I like either. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Noah poem. This is so weird to actually hear my name being called out like that. And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel, like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. And that reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like you said before, Noah. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now I'll read my poem. Now I'll read your poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh, this music. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my mind blinds in the morning. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. To help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, I trust you too. But if it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that line. The breakfast one, I want breakfast. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Never doing that again. That was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh yeah? But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. I guess I'll look forward to it. Who should I show into a poem next? Natsuki, why not? I'll just go down the list. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. What do you mean? I saw you bouncing a lot. Like, when I was writing the poem, I saw you bounce a lot. What are you talking about? So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah, I told that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convincing that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in the high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of a poem for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. Yeah, okay. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. Like, I set up a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest here. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? You're the youngest by 18. I guess everyone is older. Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I really don't care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri, my girl! Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it, though. Ah, so it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that people are specific. It's just that there are people that I can't. Why am I saying people? There's no people in there. Gosh, I hate my brain sometimes. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. I think I was putting people in there is because it's kind of like how the sentence was structured in my mind. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick on them, to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. the end result is just both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing a simple poem, not just finding them and building them. Getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. Also, I hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, it isn't supposed to be a literature club. Well, after all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ambient glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the I can't read cursive sometimes, like whatever stood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. That's it's totally fine. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking that at all. I was actually just trying to read. But it took you a long time to read. Oh my god. Can this game sense that? What is this? How does it know it took me a while to read? Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something. I wanted to write something special, something a little more mild. Why did I read special there? Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Noah. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy to think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I know this has gone on for a long time, but I just want to get this, I want to get this whole thing done. I don't know, where's a good stopping point. I think I read somewhere that this game takes, 5 to 6 hours to complete, so maybe doing hour-long videos is a good way to do it. Hi, Noah. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. I'm glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring them up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Noah. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. You know, I want to be like this version of me, where I can just talk to girls. I'm very shy. I'm kind of like Yuri in most senses. I get real shy when I have to talk to people face to face. I'm more confident in faceless talking, like on the phone or like in an Xbox party or heck even texting. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some. I accidentally pressed it. I'm sorry. You could read it in the quick frame it was in. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into? Are you sure you're not reading it into much? Are you sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. I thought that's what I kind of had to do. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean that I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. Is it the direction the sparkles protrude? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinus? Don't know what that is. My retinus? Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? I love how the music changes. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really into the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess I could say that I had a kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. But maybe after everyone is friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets had a tickle on my throat. Your brain gets too fixated on specific points. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to getting something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this: if you keep your pen to the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. I was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri's smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem on the desk with one hand. I guess I could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come... But... Thanks, but... It really didn't come out nice at all. Well... I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Noah did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Noah liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... What's up with this music? This music is kind of like an anime, it's awesome. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Noah appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you... And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything... If I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy... Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Noah started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Noah, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them into having to figure it out. Help me explain it to her, Noah. Wait, there's a reason I have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Noah? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be... Help me, Sayori! I don't know. I kind of agree with Yuri, but I don't know. Help me, Sayori! Natsuki! Natsuki glares at me. Oh wait, no, that was just it. Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So I instead turned to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Noah. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to inject their own feelings into our conflicts. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Itsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Atsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Atsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as Man, I didn't know being in a literature club was gonna be talking about boobs so much. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. My gosh. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead sometimes, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Taking care of her, okay? I would hate to see herself get hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really can make a good president regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. Do I have a crush on Monica? Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat to talk about. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from our friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little bit more about the kind of poem everyone likes? But then you look, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Noah, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Atsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. I added in an extra no to make it even more powerful. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Whew. You know, Noah, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does that really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. I say that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna have to end it off here. This has gone for an hour and 30 minutes, so I'm gonna end it off here. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, please click the like button down below and subscribe to more videos like this. Also, hit the bell icon and become part of it. You guys see them upload. Yeah, guys. You know, I really hope that my reading skills get better as time goes on.